Basically, the Omoyele contention is that the 3 houses in the names of the children of Yes and Wike were bought with proceeds of fraud, of money laundering. The appeal to the Attorney General of the state of Florida is that the properties be confiscated, and forfeited to the government of the United States of America. He had further canvassed that the FCT minister has never worked anywhere in his life, that all he has done is to be in politics, and that he has corruptly enriched himself over the years, and that's why he's able to buy the properties in cash. So he had also furthermore contended that the wife of the FCT minister is a serving justice of the Court of Appeal, and that she cannot buy such houses or afford same. So those are some of the contentions and the prayers before the Attorney General of Florida.
Okay, now, what progress have you made in that case? Because it's in the United States.
Yes, a lot of steps are already ongoing. We are working with local attorneys on ground in ensuring that the properties are confiscated and forfeited to the government. We will not be able to disclose full strategy as regards to precisely what exactly we are doing in that matter. But we are extremely very optimistic that the United States government will eventually confiscate all the 3 properties.
I like that, fully optimistic, because as a lawyer, you also understand that your case is as strong, as good as your evidence. That is what lawyers normally say. So I do believe that you have strong evidence, because you have expressed a high level of optimism, and Nigerians would like to see how this case ends. Now, why didn't you take the petition to the EFCC in Nigeria? Why in the United States of America?
The subject matter, which is the properties in the United States.
In the United States, okay.
Yes, the proper forum for any action to be taken is in the United States.
Okay, but the corrupt enrichment happened here in Nigeria.
There are numerous petitions at the EFCC against Yes and Wike. Numerous.
Okay.
Numerous. So EFCC already has enough grounds to investigate him. But on this particular issue, it's a crime. We have cited all the relevant sections of the law that Yes and Wike has breached by buying the house in cash, and issues around proceeds of crime or money laundering. We have cited them in our letter to the Attorney General of Florida.
Okay, so if you secure the judgment in U.S., would that be a basis for filing fresh cases here against him? Just asking.
Yeah, you see, basically, the idea is that Yes and Wike does not have immunity. He's not a governor. He's not a vice president. He's not a president. Yes and Wike should ordinarily be investigated and prosecuted, for most of his crimes. And that's why I said so many petitions are against Yes and Wike. You remember there was a time that the EFCC even declared the current governor of Rivers State wanted. You remember? So there are enough issues that Yes and Wike was the subject matter, not even Sim Fubara, was the subject matter of that investigation. So there are enough things against Yes and Wike in the anti-corruption agencies in the country.
Now, when you say enough things, he's been done as governor of Rivers State for almost 2.5 years. And you said there are numerous petitions. Why is it that those petitions are not making progress? Is it because someone is sitting on them? Is corrupt fighting back and all of that?
It is the duty of the security agencies to prosecute him. We do not have prosecutorial powers, except if we are given a fiat to do so.
Have you asked for one? Have you asked for one?
No, we have not. We have not asked for a fiat to do so. But we might ask for a fiat to do so. But before we even ask for a fiat, we need to even be availed via FOI on the investigation reports, the numerous investigation reports against Yes and Wike. That's the first step. Maybe after this we'll apply formally, because the truth of the matter is that these are not statute-barred allegations or crimes. They are crimes that can be prosecuted at any time. The fact that Yes and Wike may be in the good books of people in government today does not mean that he will be tomorrow.
Beautiful. I like that statement. The fact that he's in the good books of people in government today does not mean that he will be tomorrow. If you apply for a fiat from the Office of the Attorney General of the Federation, are you hopeful that one will be given to you to prosecute Nyesom Wike? Given the background you just stated.
I'm not hopeful.
Okay.
Knowing Nigeria, I know Nigeria very well, and I don't deceive myself. That is why I said, emotionally, I have already considered that 2027 is gone. But supporters of politicians, they are more deluded than the politicians themselves. The politicians, they know the truth. They always tell themselves the truth. They know when the politician cannot win an election, he already knows that he needs to run to remain relevant. He needs to run to raise money for the next election, because almost every election is like fundraising for them. And even when they lose election, they never lose because they still stay relevant. That is why some politicians, they've been contesting forever in this country. They know what they are doing. So, but for me, I'm very honest to myself. I know that if we apply for the fiat, we may not get it.
All right. Now let's. Before we move on, before we go to Anambra State, where you want to go and contest for a senatorial seat, I'd like for us to link the WIKE mansion issue to the intentionality of this government in fighting corruption. Do we have any hope that corruption will be dealt a terrible blow in the life of this administration? I mean, the president went to Brazil and said, look, corruption has been eliminated in Nigeria. Do you have any hope with what you see around the place? Yaya Bello, Nyesom Wike, numerous petitions according to you, and past governors serving in the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Do you have any hope that this administration will somehow touch the issue of corruption? I mean, you also know that they crested to power on that mantra of being incorruptible with late General Muhammad Buhari. May God rest his soul.
So basically for me, as far as I'm concerned, on Yabelu, I have to give credit to this government. Yabelu is standing trial at the Federal High Court. Despite everything that he did, all the connection he tried to apply, the EFCC is prosecuting him. Do you understand? So, me, when they get it right, I say it. When they don't get it right, I say it. So I must give them kudos for that. Because at a point I was like, so Yabelu is going to get away with it. So Yabelu is truly going to get away with it. Where if the court frees him, it's a different ballgame. But the job has been done. Yabelu has been arraigned. Yabelu is standing trial for corruption, and we know what the issues are. This man paid school fees in anticipation for his children's future, and several other unprintable things that he has done. A few people here and there have been investigated. Whether they will be prosecuted is another thing. So even the president knows that corruption has not been eradicated. So why will anybody say corruption has been eradicated? How can corruption be eradicated in America, even in America, or in the UK, or in Canada, or in France, or in Japan, or anywhere in the world? Can corruption be eradicated? So there's no way that anybody can say corruption has been eradicated. So as far as I'm concerned, especially as in regards to the fact that I'm from Kogi State, I believe that Yabelu's arraignment and prosecution, for me, has satisfied my threshold that yes, Yabelu has not been above the law.
But like I said earlier, a couple of governors, that is our senators as we speak, some of them, their cases have lasted as long as 12, 13, 14, 15 years. And we don't get any justice from it. The people who
you see the prosecutorial agencies. The prosecutorial agencies, there's a limit to which what they can do. All they can do is to arraign. It's just for them to arraign. You cannot control what happened in courts, adjournments and all these things. So you cannot really blame the prosecutorial agencies.
So who should we blame at this point?
Yes, that's what we keep saying, that our justice system needs to be overhauled. We have been saying it. It's the justice system that is to blame. You understand? Again, the courts are overburdened. You look at the volume of cases. I go to court, a judge has been sitting from 9 a.m. and he sits up to 5 p.m. in the evening. How about? And he's sitting and he's doing everything in longhand. How do you expect effectiveness in that situation?
Should we create special courts for corruption? Like create special courts for EFCC, to take those cases to special courts just to deal with corruption? Because it looks it is the only...
I don't believe that we should create special courts for corruption.
So what should
because we will be falling into the same trap of how politicians created special courts for themselves for election petition. You understand? All citizens are equal before the law. So you will not be saying, oh, for VIP politicians, we create special court for them if we arrest them. So we'll give them speedy trial. What of the people that have been standing trial for 18, 19 years for criminal matters? And some of them may even be innocent. So let us just reform our justice system so that everybody can have access to justice at the same time, at the same speed.